As it is written in scripture, the Israelites did not take heed to God's warning. Okay? And by them ignoring God's warning, there was a lot that they had to experience that they wouldn't have if they took heed to the commandments by obeying the commandments as they entered into their promised land. So this is meant for you at this time because many of you are beginning to enter into your promised land. Let's go to Psalm 95 and 3. Just one moment. Psalm 95 and 3, the Lord is a great God and a great King above all gods. So when the entertainment industry speaks of God, it is not about the Most High, Yah, Jesus Christ, Yeshua. This is about pagan gods, Baal, also Moloch. Okay, so as mentioned in Numbers 25 and 3, Moloch is a god or deity of child sacrifice, of sexual rituals as well. And so the sin of idolatry is in honoring these pagan gods, representing the most low, bringing forth satanic possession and furthering the kingdom of darkness. Let's also go to Jeremiah 32 and 35. They built high places to Baal in the valley of Beth Hammon, and it immolated their sons and daughters to Moloch, bringing sin up upon Judah, that I never commanded them, nor did I enter my mind that they should practice such abomination. So Moloch is mentioned in the scripture several times in Leviticus and Deuteronomy and other places. But it is giving us insight into how they were breaking biblical laws. And they're doing these things now. They're breaking biblical laws to pass your children over to gain some type of position within society, to amass a level of wealth. It is an aspect of worshiping Baal in modern times, of worshiping Moloch in modern times. Also, as the Most High has prohibited us from sacrificing of children. Okay, when people are advocating, in particular certain politicians are advocating and just really putting it out there how they should engage in tearing these children apart, because that's what's happening when they're committing these child sacrifices or these abortions. Okay, but this level of medieval savagery in modern times has been so prevalent and destructive that this so-called pro-choice position that the media just really puts out there as if it is something you're being denied of is a horrific reality. This is something that the Most High wants us to call attention to and to turn away from, because this is an aspect of sacrificing to deities, to satanic gods such as Moloch and Baal. The Bible further also describes that by violating these commandments, giving honor to these pagan systems, you're bringing trauma, you're bringing curses onto your life. Okay, so in current times, we have to realize that this brutality of these progressive notions of being able to end a child's life or, utilize these children as body harvesting. This is why a lot of these people are experiencing terminal illnesses. They're experiencing devastation and they're not understanding where this is coming from. But it is your engagement with the promotion of satanic ritualistic abuse. Okay. Another aspect of this I want to share is in regard to separating ourselves mentally from this Baal and Moloch system within America, within the world. And it is realizing that this hypersexualization, this perversion, the deviancy that is being put out there, like I see so much content that is marketed towards children, young children, that is not only perverse, is downright demonic. But this is a way in which they're mentally massaging the children's minds, conditioning them, grooming them mentally, brainwashing them in order to be lured into Baal and Moloch worship, satanic worship, for them to kind of put a sugar coating over their agenda. But it's clear as day to me that all these things are meant to further the kingdom of darkness, are meant to utilize these children as pawns in a game. Okay? As a way in which to continue to feed the beast system. And is really aggravating. You know, this has been resonating with me, and I've been taking my time to really put together some content in regard to this, because I really didn't want to touch on this at all. But the Most High has been weighing heavy on me that, you know, as I see things for what it is, He wants me to be able to share my perspective, my discernment, so that others may be aware that you have the ability to bring a shift within the atmosphere by not engaging with these things, by not allowing your children to be victims to this deviancy. Okay? They're trying to make everything that is for Christ to be eradicated, to be erased, and to, even from an educational standpoint, to steamroll degeneracy. I mean, it's constant degeneracy to the point where people are so desensitized, they don't even know what it is that they're signing up to. They just assume that this is a part of modern society, when these are ancient customs of satanic ritualistic abuse, giving honor to Baal and Moloch by sacrificing children. All right, and these monstrosities, these horrible things have to be eradicated. You know, even in scripture, it speaks about how, although the Israelites had to deal with this Baal worship, this Moloch worship, they had to come to a point where they were able to overcome this, because the Most High has clearly spoke in regard to not allowing these things to continue to destroy the very things that are trying to destroy us in our own way. Okay? So I share this with you at this time so that you can see the truth for what it is. If you're feeling something makes you uncomfortable when it comes to the media, the content, they're putting all this witchcraft out here like it is the norm. They're making your children look up to witches and warlocks. And they're constantly putting all this content out here in a very grotesque way. They're not even really subtle about it. It's very blatant. But it is to get you in alignment with their secret cabals, to be eaten amongst many other things. And I'm going to leave it there. All praises to the Most High, Jesus Christ, Yeshua. This message is protected by the Most High. But we have to avoid being spiritually turned out. We have to avoid our children being put in a position where they are, unfortunately, being trafficked, being harmed, being moved through tunnels. The entertainment industry is filled with devils that worship Moloch, worship Baal, as well as many other demonic deities. But through the reverence of the Most High, through His spiritual protection, through the protection of the Ruach HaKodesh, the Divine Mother Presence resides within me, and I know that it is appealing to those of you that are resonating with my messages. We have to be watchful. If something is making you feel uncomfortable, it is for a reason. Reject the ways of the world. Turn towards God. He is our refuge and our protection. However, it requires us to be obedient to His commandments.